Wealth is not just about making money. It's about investing, sustaining, and expanding your income for the long term. Many people assume that a wealthy person will always stay wealthy forever. But that is not true, because a wealth that is not well managed often results to poverty. And we have seen this in several cases where billionaire entrepreneurs, celebrities, footballers, boxers, who were once wealthy suddenly become poor and file for bankruptcy. This is because these enemies of wealth were not avoided by these people. These enemies do not just deplete your wealth, they can take it away in the blink of an eye. And when we talk about the real enemies of wealth, we are not talking about those factors, those enemies that are not within your control, like the macroeconomy or international politics. No, we are talking about the much stronger enemies, those enemies that are within you, that are within your control, stopping you from building wealth, stopping you from sustaining wealth and expanding your income. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you these 7 real enemies of wealth creation, which should be categorized into psychological enemies, behavioral enemies, and physical enemies. And towards the end of this video, I will also share with you 3 proven ways you can build a lasting wealth. Stick with me. If you're just coming across this channel for the first time, welcome. I am Chinyere, your #1 finance pal on YouTube. And on this channel, we discuss everything money, business, money management, investment, budgeting, self-development, in fact, everything you need to know about your personal finance. And if you're interested in any or all of these topics, consider hitting the subscribe button below to ride along with us and secure your financial future. Alright, let's start with the psychological enemy of wealth. The first enemy is fear. It's just a 4-letter word, right? But it is a very powerful enemy of wealth creation. Wealth is as a result of long-term plan and actions. And one of those factors that will stop you from benefiting from long-term financial profits is fear. And when we talk about long-term financial profits, we're talking about compound interest right here. There are many of you out there today stuck in one financial position because you are afraid of making investments. You are afraid of taking risks. You are afraid of leaving your comfort zone, breaking new grounds, starting up that side business, learning that critical skill, and most importantly, you are afraid of failing. Fear is a real enemy, and it stops you from living and building a wealthy life. Virgil once said that fortune sides with him who dares. The wealthy class, which we all admire today, got to where they are by defeating their fears. The successful investors and entrepreneurs we see today pushed fear aside, and that is because they understand the power of fear and how it can stop you from creating wealth that could change your financial trajectory forever. So you need to push fear aside, start that side business, learn that skill, leave that comfort zone, make that investment, take that risk. And most importantly, if you fail at anything, do not give up. Pick yourself up and try the next best plan that could lead to the success of your financial goal, because fear gets you nowhere safe and better. Life itself is a risk, and being afraid of taking risk by not making that investment is by far the worst type of risk to take. The good things of life are on the other side of fear. For you to build wealth and witness financial growth, then you must face your fears and defeat it. Next, let's talk about the behavioral enemies of wealth. The #2 enemy is procrastination. Come on, who is not guilty of this enemy? I used to be a victim of this enemy. You know, several times we tend to put off making important financial decisions for later without understanding the importance of time, how crucial time is in our wealth creation journey. And before we know it, later becomes tomorrow, and tomorrow turns to next week, and next week can become next month, and next month can lead to forever, and we end up not achieving anything or any financial goal for the year, which means that we cannot create wealth and we cannot build a financially secured future by doing things later. You know, procrastination means delay. There is a delay in planning, a delay in making decisions, a delay in execution. Now take for example, instead of saving a small amount of your salary each month towards your investment, towards your retirement, towards emergencies, you tend to give excuses to yourself that you're not making enough for you to save, you're not earning enough salary, or you need to work towards earning a higher salary before you can start saving. All these excuses are the different phases of procrastination. And when you are in the habit of doing it later, when you build this habit of procrastinating, of delaying in some critical financial decisions you're supposed to do today, you end up not achieving anything for the year. You end up not achieving your financial goal, and you end up not experiencing financial growth. You need to understand that the small savings you start today can accumulate over time and contribute to your wealth building goal. Those who build wealth learn to take certain strategic financial decisions early and fast because they understand the impact of time in their wealth building journey and the danger of delay in executing financial decisions. So you need to avoid procrastination because the longer you wait and put off executing that financial decision, the more money you lose and the poorer you get. The third enemy is habits. Many people want to build wealth while having a bad money habit. That is impossible. Habit is a very important factor when it comes to building wealth. Many of you out there today spend your money without a budget. You spend your money to impress others. You spend your money to keep up with the Joneses lifestyle. You spend your money on luxurious items, on the latest fashion trends, and you end up saving little to nothing for investment or emergencies. These are all bad money habits and cannot bring about wealth building. And the hidden part of it is that these habits do not just drain your finances today, it will also bring about a future where you will face financial crisis. So you need to avoid these bad money habits by evaluating your daily money habits to identify where you are financially lagging behind and close the gap. Close the gap by reducing expenses and increasing your income. The next enemy of wealth is immobility. The inability factor is one of those important factors that keep people from building wealth without them knowing it. Now, an inability for you to leave your comfort zone and explore other areas, other markets, other careers, other investments can significantly drain your wealth creation potential and keep you financially stuck. Take, for example, you staying in a job for too long because you feel comfortable in the job, or you're sticking to a particular investment because you want to play it safe, or you're refusing to learn a new skill because you don't have time for it. We keep you in the rat race and prevent you from creating wealth. An average millionaire has more than one source of income from various businesses and investments. They tend to expand their business branches and in the same way expand their revenue sources because they understand how important it is to mobilize yourself to other areas, other markets, other investments in order to create financial stability and build wealth in the long run. In order for you to build wealth and sustain that wealth into the long term, you need to be adaptable and flexible. You need to move out of your comfort zone. Let's look at the physical enemies of wealth. The fifth enemy is distraction. So this particular enemy came as a surprise to me, but I tend to understand that these distractions are those things that pushes us away from our main goal, the main goal of building wealth. And they come in various forms: the human distraction, the ideological distraction, the financial distraction. And when we talk about the human distractions, we are talking about moving with those people, associating ourselves with friends and colleagues who cannot contribute to our financial goals. Moving with the wrong set of people, with the wrong association of people, people whose goals do not align with your financial goals, or people who have no goal at all, can definitely distract you from your main goal of building wealth. When we talk about ideological distraction, we are talking about you saying yes to some business ideas you're supposed to say no to. You know, successful people say no to almost everything. And when you say yes to some business ideas that do not align with your own financial goals, or to some ideas that do not align with your business values, it can definitely distract you from the main goal of building wealth. And you tend to put your money in those ideas that cannot contribute to your wealth creation journey. Talking about the financial distractions, we're looking at putting your money in the wrong places, like the Ponzi schemes, some get-rich-quick schemes, which in the end, you will find yourself losing your money and your wealth to fraudsters, and these will definitely crush your wealth building goal. These are all distractions that you need to identify, that you need to avoid. They are distractions that you need to shield your finances against and ensure that these distractions do not come between you and your financial goals, you and your goal of wealth creation. Number 6 enemy is negative cash flow. Many people struggle financially and end up not creating wealth because they do not understand the difference between assets and liabilities. They end up spending their money on liabilities thinking that those are assets. Liabilities are negative cash flow because they tend to take more money out of your pocket without contributing any penny in return, without adding to your asset column or adding to your income column. Take for example, putting your money into buying items like luxury cars, luxury houses, expensive gadgets, luxury goods, etc. All these are liabilities, but many people assume that they are assets. And with these liabilities, you cannot build wealth because you continue to spend your money on the maintenance and the repairs of these items. To build wealth, you need to invest more in income-generating assets like bonds, stocks, real estate, side businesses, etc. All these are assets that can help you build wealth in the long run. The number 7 enemy of wealth is inflation. Inflation is a silent killer of wealth, and it can reduce the purchasing power of your money by making it buy lesser things today than it did yesterday. A wealthy person today can lose his or her wealth and go broke tomorrow if they fail to protect their wealth from inflation. A lot of you out there today tend to save your money in the bank where you think it is safe without asking yourself if you're saving your money in the right way and in the right place as regards to inflation. Take for example, a savings account that offers you 3% interest on your savings while inflation in the country is 7% is definitely a bad one because your money is losing its value and you will be getting poorer soon. You need to put inflation into consideration when saving or investing your money in order for you to build wealth in the long run. Yes, you do not have control over inflation, but you definitely have control over how inflation affects you and affects your wealth. In order to cover up for inflation, there is need for you to invest in assets that yield interest that can cover up for inflation, like bonds, stocks, real estate, etc. Or put your money in banks whose interest can keep up with inflation, like online banks. Now, after identifying all these real enemies of wealth which you should avoid, the next question is, how do you build a lasting wealth? Here are 3 proven ways you can build a lasting wealth. Number 1 is to live below your means. This may seem like a common finance rule, but it is a very productive wealth building strategy. The wealthy class also practice this strategy of living below one's means. They prefer to look poor and rather prioritize their money for investment. You know what? Instead of the wealthy class to spend their money on buying luxurious items or buying luxurious goods, they rather put their money into investment. They use it to buy shares from these luxury companies in order to yield dividend from this company, which lead to an increase and sustainability of their wealth. For many working class people out there, their lifestyle is actually one of the obstacles to their goal of building wealth. They prefer to satisfy external expectations than work towards securing their financial future. If you want to build a lasting wealth, you need to learn to live below your means. And to live below your means, you must ensure that your expenses is far below your income, so that you can have more saved for investment, which can multiply your income and bring about a secured financial future. The second proven way to build wealth is through financial literacy. This is what Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, calls the greatest wealth. Robert stressed the importance of financial literacy in his book when he said, if you want to be rich, then you must be financially literate. When you are vast in the knowledge of financial concepts like budgeting, savings, expenditure, investment, taxes, debts, etc., you will be able to identify profitable businesses, profitable investments, reduce your tax burden legally, and be able to manage your debt wisely. Updating your knowledge about finance is very important in the journey of building wealth. Financial literacy helps you make informed financial decisions that can bring about an increase in your wealth over time. The third proven way you can build a lasting wealth is through diversification. To build wealth and sustain wealth, you must diversify not just your investments, but also your income sources. Move into new markets and new industries where you sight opportunities for wealth creation. Wealthy people invest their money in different well-performing stocks in different industries. They also diversify by expanding their business reach and their business branches in other locations in order to expand their revenue sources. Putting all your eggs into one basket by not diversifying is a wrong financial move because it increases the probability of you failing overwhelmingly. Diversification is not something you do blindly. You need to weigh the risk and the reward that comes with the opportunity to ensure that the venture is worth it. So there you have it, the 7 real enemies of wealth creation you should avoid and the 3 proven ways you can build a lasting wealth. I hope this video helped expose some of those enemies that are within you that are preventing you from creating wealth or that will prevent you from building wealth in the long run. Always remember that all you need to take yourself to the next level of financial success is within you. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, share this video to friends and family members who will find it helpful, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button below so you can do more with your finances. We are looking forward to hitting 100,000 subscribers in the next 3 months. If you've gotten value from this video or other videos from this channel, show your support by subscribing to this community as it grows. Thank you for staying this far. See you in our next video. Take care.